Since a fellow Republican filed a resolution to expel George Santos on Friday, nearly 60 new House members say they're down to kick him out of the group. The congressman from New York has not been handling the hate very well. Welcome into TYT Overruled. I am your host, Adrienne Lawrence.
Is it true that you have an OnlyFans page and you can peel a banana with your feet?
I don't have one, and it's, I'll indulge you this. I just discovered what OnlyFans was about 3 weeks ago when it was brought up in a discussion in my office.
What do you think?
And I was oblivious to the whole concept.
That clip from March hasn't aged well since the House Ethics Committee released its report last week, concluding that George Santos has been spending campaign funds on OnlyFans for 4 months before that very interview. Of course, OnlyFans wasn't the only impropriety the Ethics Committee forwarded to the Department of Justice with prosecution recommendations.
The committee's scathing report, which found Santos used campaign cash to fund some interesting shopping habits, from everything from Ferragamo shoes to Botox to OnlyFans to weekends in Atlantic City.
Santos was quick to condemn the report, of course, saying in part, "It is a disgusting politicized smear that shows the depths of how low our federal government has sunk. Everyone who participated in this grave miscarriage of justice should all be ashamed of themselves."
I think I said this very clear to you. I will take whatever comes my way the way it comes. I have no concerns, and I don't have any premeditated feelings on this.
In his denial, Santos slipped in that he'd not be running for re-election, hoping that'd be enough to silence his critics. But it wasn't, leading House Ethics Chair Michael Guest to file a resolution to expel Santos.
I've read a few of these reports through the years. I've never seen this kind of blistering, scathing language in this exhaustive a denunciation of a member of Congress. Usually their language is soft. It's ambiguous or gentle. This was not gentle. This was not soft. They didn't just say he acted unethically. They say he stole money.
The conclusive nature of the report was enough to sway a number of Republicans, including Ken Buck.
Congressman, you did not favor expulsion before. Do you now with this ethics report?
I do. I'm hoping that George does the right thing and resigns and leaves Congress. The Thanksgiving break is a great time to do that.
Even so, not everyone is convinced. Representative Warren Davidson out of Ohio wants to read the report himself.
Yeah, I haven't read the report. I look forward to reading it. Certainly have a lot of respect for Michael Guest, and my understanding is they're presenting this as findings of fact. Now, that's not the same as a trial, and I thought that it was relevant that Manu pointed out that it has been extremely rare that someone's been expelled from Congress without a conviction.
Even so, if Santos resigned or were expelled, New York Governor Kathy Hochul is fully prepared to replace him.
And you are calling for his resignation, Governor. You have called for it before. It's also possible that he could be expelled, as we're hearing. If that happened and you called a special election, when would that be?
Well, first of all, yes, I did call for his resignation. He has to go away. This mega clown car has to come to a screeching halt instead of shifting into high gear. And so he and his colleagues and his enablers need to be held accountable. So I'm very happy to have him resign, stop the embarrassment that has befallen the people of his district in the state of New York, just go away. And I'll be very happy to call for that election within 10 days of the official vacancy. Then also I have to call it within 70 to 80 days. So that's the time frame.
In the wake of the GOP's efforts to take down Santos, the New York congressman lashed out on Twitter, describing his time in Congress serving his country as being a year from hell. He also posted this: "Looking back today, I know one thing. Politics is indeed dirty. Dirty from the very bottom up. Consultants, operatives, the opposition, the party, and more. The one thing I never knew was that the process in Congress was dirty." After stating that he'll never back down, the congressman accused the Ethics Committee of trying to poison the jury pool in its ongoing prosecution by the DOJ. Before wishing everyone a happy Thanksgiving, Santos also announced a press conference for 8 a.m. Thursday, November 30th on the Capitol steps. But that wasn't the end of it. After Santos had a little bit of time to stew, he got angry this weekend, posting a wild whataboutism. I want to see every single Democrat and Republican from the top down return all of the stolen FTX money to the Victims Fund. I received approximately $25,000 in donations from FTX-tied donors, and I will be doing the restitution from my campaign funds to the funds as soon as it made available. I can name a long list of colleagues of mine who only hold the seat they have because of these stolen funds. Restitution and resignation so you can run a fair race in your primaries and general elections. Have at it. Be the better, bigger person. Take the high ground. Do you think the House will have the 2/3 vote necessary to bounce Santos? As I doubt he'll resign on his own. You let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Hit those like and follow buttons, and thanks for watching.
And there's a growing number of his colleagues who did not vote to expel him earlier this month. They said they will now. His days could be numbered.